Well, it's a crisp morning. I got my Tims, and I'm at the school at 6:30. You know what that means? Basketball season, baby.
Pretty excited, so I thought I'd go through some of the best parts of the NCCP Learn to Train Canada Basketball Coaching Model. Just to get started, I told myself I'd only give an hour to plan, record, and post these videos, and I'm at an hour right now, so if this is unorganized, that's because I'm just getting it out there. This is 5 key resources to review going into the season. Number 1, the Sample Code of Conduct. During training and sports events, we want to observe the following. 1, athletes having fun and enjoying themselves. 2, practice sessions and activities that by design and by implementation promote self-esteem in others. 3, athletes learning the fundamental technical abilities of the sport. 4, athletes making new friends by demonstrating positive attitudes and tolerance. And 5, athletes having fair and equal opportunity to participate in practice activities, regardless of skill level. At the grade 8-9 level, there is not equal play in games. That is when competition begins, according to the Train to Train resource. Our team code of conduct can be summarized by these 3 things. 1, listen. Listen carefully to those who are talking to you. 2, respect others, coaches, teammates, officials, opponents, parents, the equipment and the facilities that are loaned for your use, the environment, and work. Give your best effort at all times, both individually and as a team. So listen, respect, work. Coach's responsibility: be the program leader and be aware of all that's happening in the program. Plan and lead fun, safe, and purposeful practice sessions. 3, involve parents in the program and clearly communicate what is expected of them. And 4, create an environment that will promote all the values identified in this code, in training and in competition. That's the first resource. Second resource, the parts of practice. Okay, this is really simple. There's 5 parts of practice. The first is the introduction. Coach welcomes the players, tells them what's going to happen, and assesses the general status of the athletes. Second is the warm-up. Plan activities that generally activate the athletes and prepare them physically and mentally. Then 3, the main part. Coach ensures a smooth flow of activities that are challenging for athletes and help them improve sport-specific abilities and fitness. The activities chosen must be appropriate for the sport as well as the athlete's age, fitness, and ability level. 4, the cool down, low-intensity transition activity between the more intense efforts of the main part, and the coach plans for time to stretch. And finally, conclusion, the coach provides comments and gives athletes an opportunity to provide feedback. Coach ensures that the practice ends on a positive and friendly note. The coach also provides some information about the next practice or games. Resource 3. This is the resource that got me super excited when I went to the coaching clinic a few years ago. Modified games approach to practice. Awesome. In the game's approach to practices, the coach will allow the players to play a game or a slight variation of it in order to learn more skills and more quickly. Within these games, coaches will put in place rules or intervention strategies within the rules of the actual game in order to have the players focus on something specific. The big fallacy is that a game's approach is free play and no learning takes place. This is not true. It is the successful interventions by the coach that lead to guided learning. It is very important to take advantage of the teachable moment immediately when it occurs. Okay, there's a 15-piece theory to game approach. There's the 13 best times to give feedback, the 3 types of feedback. There's layers and layers on this, but as an introduction, modified games approach to practices. Awesome. 4th, the athletic abilities developmental model. So if I'm looking at 13, 14-year-olds, 3 things that are optimal training are long effort, strength endurance, and speed in under 8-second intervals. 3 things that are a no, that are not optimal, that are not priorities, and are actually frowny faces, should be avoided: max strength, speed, power, and 2 to 10 minute intervals. And 5, the basketball skills chart. This is another thing that's really exciting as an athlete. What are we actually going to learn this year? Starts, stops, and pivots, layups, shooting, ball handling, passing. Okay, those are our big 5 fundamental skills. In terms of 5-on-5 conceptual strategies, attacking the basket, penetrating principles, and passing and cutting are basketball specific. These are actually optimally learned earlier, age 8, 9, 10, 11, but we'll be working on those for sure. Not a priority, screening. In moderation, set plays. Okay, so coach, why don't we have plays? Because Canada Basketball says that this is the optimal time to be working on your in-game skill-based approaches, attacking the basket, penetrating, and passing and cutting. Defensively, on the ball, help and deny are optimal. Zone defense, you're right on the age that we can throw in a little bit of zone. So we'll have a little bit, but that's not the optimal growth. In terms of pressure defense, full court pickup, yes. Double teaming, yes. Awesome. Mental training, optimally, enjoyment, confidence, concentration, goal setting, competition management, and social support. Life skills, responsibility, communication, trust, leadership, and self-reliance. I guess that's it. That's 9.5 minutes of straight talking. Those are 5 resources that I think are key to starting a season off really successfully. I could talk about this stuff for 8 hours straight, so I'm just going to have to chop this up and say this is the video for today. Thanks for watching, whoever you are, and have yourself a fantastic week.